I have done a gel base coat on my fingers using the Vita Gel Mini by Gelish. Any base coat works, doesn't really matter what you use. And I'm going to kind of do almost like a water marble that you see people do when they do the no water marbles. And I'm using gel polish. I'm going to be using this blue by Gelish, and it is Ocean Wave. I'm going to be using this purple by Gel Polish. It's a polish from Born Pretty Store, and this is number 21. And I'm going to be using this Red Carpet Manicure Pink, and it is Star Power. Take a little bit of color on your brush. You don't want to get it too thick, but you don't want it too thin. And just kind of swipe a little bit here and there. And this is nice. You can actually do 4 nails at a time since you don't have to worry about drying. You want to do your thumbs separate because if you tip to your side to do your thumbs, the color can sometimes shift over and it'll cause you problems. So again, doing the same thing, just kind of dotting some color on there. That blob's too thick, so I'm just going to kind of take a little bit off. And then the last color, just a little bit of the purple. And you don't have to have your nails completely filled in for this. Just having a little bit of color on there is good. You don't want to get it too thick or else you're going to get a heat spike. This purple you don't really need much of. I don't put much on because the pink and the blue, when swirled together, make purple. And I'm just using my same old handy dandy brush that I cut down. That's just a kid's watercolor brush. And I'm going to actually lay my hand flat and zoom in. So all I'm doing is a back and forth sweeping motion on the nail, just to kind of get a little bit of a swirl and blend the colors a little bit better. And then I kind of go through and just dot in any spots that look like they are missing color. Mainly the sides. I have really high side walls, so a lot of times it's hard for me to get in there. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, just kind of get the color in there. And when you're done doing this, it's just very important to thoroughly clean your brush. I actually use acetone to get it all the way clean. Just get a little bit on my wipe and fold it over and kind of twist it through just to make sure I get all of that out of there. And I'm just going to go through with an orange wood stick and make sure I get the color that got up on my skin off. And like on my pinky here, it's up, I don't want to block the camera, it's up on my cuticle a little bit up there. So I just want to go through and clean that up. And then just go through and cure this. This is what it looks like once you've finished curing. You can go ahead and do a top coat over this and leave it as is. Or you can stamp. I like to top coat with a gel top coat before I stamp, just because if I don't like how the pattern turns out, I can go over it with some acetone nail polish remover quickly. You don't want to soak your nail or it's gonna ruin it, but if you just quickly wipe over it really fast, you can remove what you just stamped on your nail and do a different design or a different color if whatever you're doing just doesn't work out quite the way you like. So all you do is just take a little bit of whatever color you're using, whatever color you like. I like putting a little bit extra of the blue on here in some spots just because it does come out rather light. But you just dot it on a little bit. If you want to try using a toothpick, that would work too. And you just go from sidewall to sidewall. And just make sure you kind of get it to where you can cap the edge. Because I got more blue on this nail than the others, it came out quite a bit darker. And because I haven't cured it yet, I can actually just take a lint-free wipe and gently wipe off the design. A little bit will be left, but for this it really doesn't matter. So I am going to do a little bit thinner on the blue. And if you're swiping so you get your brush through another color like this, it's good to just kind of wipe your brush off on a wipe before you put it back into your color so it doesn't bleed into the color. And I think I want a teeny bit more blue on this right here, so I'm just going to put a little dot of it right there and just kind of paint through that. I have done a gel coat on top of my nails, and I've actually done a ton of testing, as you can see by my paper over here, trying to figure out what to do for stamping. And I think what I've decided to do is just do on my ring finger this butterfly design in white. I may go back later and do this on all my fingers, but for now I like the way that this looks. So this is from Queen Plate 39, and it is this image up at the top here. And the neat thing about this image is because there's, no matter which way you do it, there's a butterfly upside down. You can really stamp it any way you want. And I'm using my trusty Conad Special Polish in white and a hotel room key. And then all you have to do after that is just put a gel top coat on top and you're good to go.